I think everybody still has that same issue with training. I mean, I love to have hands-on training. I think a lot of our guys are very, in tune to that. But with target solutions and stuff like that, we get kind of sucked into that behind the screen, which is good in some aspects. We just have to be able to monitor that, and as a fire chief and as chief officers, utilize those tools when they're needed, but also encourage and inspire our guys to go out there and do get the hands on and get out there and put their hands on the tools and the equipment. And we try to be a good aggressive search organization. We don't get a lot of grabs, but that's the reason why we do search a lot, is because the potential's here. Here in Mountain House, we have large 32 to 3,500 square foot, sometimes bigger homes. And in French Camp, it's a little bit different. It's more of a county. We have, smaller shotgun styles, 1,100 to 1,300 square foot homes, and multifamily generations that are there 24/7. There's no longer, homes aren't occupied during the day. These homes are occupied across the country all day long, with COVID allowing people to work from home, and then also having multi generations living in these residents. The search is always a must. There is no longer, it may look unoccupied. It's always occupied. Fire starts from someone or something. That's how it starts.
100%. I agree wholeheartedly. That's what we tell all the guys. Fires don't start themselves. So there's a reason, and it may look vacant, but in Houston, Texas, there's a crackhead or a homeless person lives in that vacant building all day long, every day. That's where they live. So, yeah, I'm right there with you on that. What I know you are pretty heavily involved with the different conferences. Of course, we were out there at March Mayhem with y'all. How is that viewed in your realm, as far as being a chief and being so heavily involved with the different conferences? And I think y'all were in Georgia the other day.
Yeah.
So for one, how do your guys view that as, hey, like our chief is going to conferences and training? Is that that's pretty solid to them? Like it helps you build your reputation with them, or do they even notice, or is it talked about?
I mean, they know that I'm a heavily into training, and they know that's part of who I am and what my fire career has been based off of, other than now being a fire chief and making sure that they have what they need. I encourage them to go. I mean, this last March Mayhem, we had 5 of our members for the first time come up to March Mayhem, and they had a blast. They learned a lot of new things. I want them to go out there to see what's out there. What could we do better? And also, sometimes they see we do have a lot of good things, and other people have less than us. So we should be grateful for what we have in a good way. I mean, not in a malicious way. And to challenge them. I encourage them. We have a pretty healthy training budget, because myself and Deputy Chief Fulmer come from a training background, and with Ambassador of the Craft and the other, so far this year been a March Mayhem, the Cody Fire School in Wyoming, and Massey. We're out there and getting things done, and we have amazing conferences coming up. I know you're down there in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the Coastal Magnolia? We got Great Lakes. There's so many. You got the firemanship coming up in Aurora, Illinois. I mean, there's so many conferences out there. You cannot find a week or a weekend that doesn't have a conference out there. So,
100%.
But for me, I don't think some guys are into the job and some guys aren't. Everybody has them.